The Sailspy Pitchglass is one of the newest weapons added to Destiny 2 and Season of Plunder. It is an arc linear fusion rifle that has some interesting rolls, including the new perk Voltshot. With 5 out of the 6 nightfalls this season having an arc damage increase, this weapon could see some major use. When it comes to crafting the God Roll, you've got to take into account what situation this linear is best suited for. There are 2 main rolls that are good for this weapon. First, you have the out and out DPS option for boss damage. That would be Clown Cartridge in the first column and any of Frenzy, Vorpal and Focus Fury in the second column. Since Frenzy requires you to be in combat for 12 seconds before giving you the 20% damage buff, I would lean towards Vorpal or Focus Fury, as you might not be in a scenario where you can keep being in combat right before a damage phase. If you don't have a Stormchaser or even a well-rolled Tarantula, I would lean towards one of these perk combos so you have a solid arc linear fusion rifle for DPS. For me, I would choose Vorpal for a consistent option against bosses and champions. However, let's talk about the roll that I've crafted. Since I have both a Stormchaser and a Tarantula, it didn't seem necessary to craft a third arc linear fusion rifle to focus solely on DPS, so I went for the combination of Voltshot and Compulsive Reloader. Now I know you're probably thinking, Compulsive Reloader, is that perk even any good? Why are you not using Outlaw instead? Well, let me explain, but first I need to give a brief description of Voltshot. Reloading after getting a kill will proc the Voltshot perk, meaning a subsequent shot will jolt the target, creating a small arc explosion that chains to nearby enemies and is great for basic ad clear. Not only that, but jolted targets will also have tick damage after dealing enough extra damage with your weapons. This tick damage varies based on what kind of weapon you use to jolt the target. As you can see in the background gameplay, the boss takes extra damage from the jolt as I keep doing damage. And each time this extra tick damage occurs, another arc chain will release from the boss if there are any enemies nearby. So not only is Voltshot good for clearing out, but it could also increase the overall damage output you do to a boss. So where does Compulsive Reloader come into play? Well, in order to proc the Voltshot perk, you need to reload after getting a kill. Compulsive Reloader will give you a plus 50 reload speed increase provided you have over 70% left in your mag. Basically, you will have a faster reload if you reload after only firing one shot of your Sailspy. Since this is a linear fusion rifle, you will be defeating most of your lower tier enemies in one hit, meaning you can reload faster and proc your Voltshot. The only exception would be if you're doing harder content such as Grandmaster Nightfalls. So then we circle back to the why not Outlaw argument to increase your reload speed by 70. Well, Outlaw requires you to get a precision kill. Some targets such as Shanks do not have a precision spot to aim at, meaning you will never get to proc Outlaw from them. A good example would be the Fallen Saber Strike, where the boss room is almost all Shanks. Also, to proc Voltshot, you're looking for a fast kill, and a lot of the lower tier enemies can be defeated with a body shot from linear fusion rifles. With Compulsive Reloader, you can keep reloading quickly with one shot and activating Voltshot. At the end of the day, it's personal preference. If you would prefer Outlaw for an even faster reload but requiring a precision kill, then go for it. The one downside of Compulsive Reloader is that you need to get the kill with only one shot, otherwise the perk goes away unless of course you keep reloading. Side note as to why I'm not using Clown Cartridge is because in order to activate Voltshot you need to reload, and since Clown overfills your magazine randomly from reserves, it can leave less opportunity for a reload and of course less chance to use Voltshot. With this perk you do need the ability to keep reloading, so definitely run double linear fusion rifle ammo finders to make this a little easier, and of course if you're running Grandmaster Nightfalls or any other hard content, someone with Aeons on your team is a big plus. As for the barrel and the battery, it doesn't make that much of a difference, you can just run what you prefer. I went with liquid coils for the battery so I can have a little more damage at the cost of slightly slower charge time and then corkscrew rifling. For the masterwork, it is completely your preference, but I think reload speed is a great option here. When it comes to overall DPS, Cataclysmic with Bait and Switch, Taipan and Stormchaser with perks like Triple Tap and Firing Line are going to be your go-to options as they outclass the Sailspy, and these should be your main choices when going into boss fights in raids or dungeons. But for activities like Nightfalls and even just having fun in Vanguard Ops with Arcburn, this is easily the best linear fusion rifle that can consistently help dealing with ad clear along with some solid boss damage. It is especially great for boss rooms with lots of ads that surround the boss. If you're looking to craft your Sailspy Pitchglass, let me know in the comments what roll you're going to put on it or what roll you've already got. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, a like would be greatly appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Thank you so much for watching, hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.